All right, let's start at the beginning. It's the Four of Cups. So it does look like something from the past is disappointed you. It does look like you've had a little disappointment recently. It is right in the current position. So this may be work related. This may be love related. It most likely has something to do with emotions, since it is cups. Cups are all about emotions and feels. So it does feel like you were a little disappointed recently in something in the love space. The Seven of Swords is here too, so this may feel like a betrayal happened, some gossip happened, maybe someone misrepresented themselves in a love space, but it does look like that you're kind of working through some emotions that have just come bubbled to the surface, Cancer. But it does feel like that you are healing yourself through that, and you're taking a look at some things very honestly. You know, when the Four of Cups shows up, it's usually some kind of disappointment or some expectation that was not realized. So, and it does feel like there was either some gossip, falsehood, a theft of honesty is what I'm feeling. So possibly a misrepresentation. This does not necessarily mean it is within your personal life. It could be, not necessarily a lover, I should say. It can be a friend, a coworker, a work-related thing. Maybe you were passed up for a promotion and you have a little feeling about that, or you feel like you were robbed in some kind. Usually the Seven of Swords is kind of the fear of theft, robbing, protection, just being aware of what the reality is versus what has been presented to you. What is above here is the King of Swords, and swords are air signs. This can be a male or a female. If it does represent a person, that's a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. This king, when kings show up, it's really about integrity, speaking from your heart, speaking the truth, being cautious with your words a bit. And this king, he's got great strength through adversity. It also can be about mental work. So you may be doing a little bit more scientific work or some communication. You may be offered a teaching position as well. So this is like higher intellect, information, and communication as well. So you may be teaching a class or something like that. It is on the line of this. So maybe you have, done all you've been asked for and still passed up on that promotion. Or it could be trying to work out verbally, work out whatever situation, if this is a love, if this is someone of the heart. But for the most part, he shows up to remind you to keep it clean, keep it in integrity, and share your knowledge as well. Share your knowledge as well. You may be asked to share some of your gifts or your knowledge at work. So let's move on. The Four of Wands is a celebration. This can be a vacation. This could be a wedding. This is getting together with people of the heart, really enjoying yourself. This could be like a high school, college reunion, family reunion, but it is in the past position. So you may have gone on vacation and had a great time, recharged yourself, and you're ready to start fresh. And this Ace of Pentacles here is kind of like heralding new things for you as well. So it was really good that you were able to find your smile through the summer and make some plans. It does look like some plans went through that were joyful plans, not just work-related plans. But the colors are kind of lighting up for me that this is kind of a little dark right here. A little light here, a little light here, and it goes into some darkness. So it does look like you may be vacillating between the dark and the light a little bit. You may be, going into your head a little bit or worrying about things that you can't do anything about. So I encourage you to release that, sweet Cancer. Take things as they truly are for that day. Things change moment to moment. So I encourage you to, meet things head on as they are for that day, and not worried about things you cannot change in the past and things that you have no control over in the future. So it does look like you are finding your balance, but you are visiting the dark and the light a little bit right now. The Ace of Pentacles is here. That can be money, promotions. It is kind of on this line here, so you may have been passed up for something, but something else may be opening up to you. This is usually a gift from the heavens. It's usually when the aces come into play, that is the hand of God. That is something that is meant to be, or that you have worked on for quite a while. Pentacles are material things. This can be courage. This can be wealth taking a step up. And it could be worldly success as well. So many of you may be buying a new house. Many of you may be looking at a new car or acquiring something new. But it does feel like your money is not as funny as it used to be. It's getting to where things are, you can see the future a little bit, that you're not paying for like student loans or child support or something like that. It does feel like your money is getting a little clearer and that you have freed up some debts. Can't say all for all of you, but it does feel like money is getting a little bit more manageable. Let's put it that way. The Eight of Cups is here. This feels like you've had to walk away, or you're debating about walking away from something that gave you great joy at one time. This could be a friendship. This could be a lover, a marriage, a job, a house, but it does look like that you have tried to resolve something to the best of your ability for quite a while, and that you've had to just walk away from something. And walking into the unknown is a little scary sometimes. Four of Pentacles is here. That can be the isolation card. You know, the Hermit card is when you go to the mountains and you kind of go into yourself and you ask Spirit for some advice. Whereas the Four of Pentacles is kind of isolating, can be shame-based, can be sadness-based. So it is the basis of all this, and I do think that you are going from the dark to the light, the dark to the light. So this kind of represents a little bit of that dark side, that maybe you had some sadness around these changes. It does look like it's moving into the positive side, into the light side. The World is here with the culmination card. So things are looking up. The Two of Swords is here right above this kind of sadness of expectation that didn't work out. But or kind of the isolation card, I'm sorry, this is the expectation card, but you have two of the four here. The Two of Swords, this one is kind of being protective, can be a little overprotective, can be isolating a little bit. And I know the water signs tend to isolate anyway in the winter time. So this may not be spurred on by a depression or sadness or anything. I don't want to label any of that. However, it looks for you, sweet Cancer. But it does look like you're a little protective of your heart, that you are just really guarded. Really guarded. If you are currently in a relationship, you may be pulling back a little bit to assess things a little bit more. It does not mean a breakup of any kind. It just means you're pulling back to think about some stuff, and you're a little protective of your heart. So you may not have been as forthcoming as you normally have been over the last week or so, or moving into October a little bit, but it does feel like you are a little protective. I don't want to say overprotective, but you are protecting your heart. The Page of Pentacles is here. This is usually good news about money or material things. So you may be paying your last mortgage. Something is coming to an end, so other things can start. It does feel like good news about money or material things. So you may be moving. You may be getting news about that move. Maybe getting news about getting a raise, something like that. But it does feel, when Pages shows up, those are really all about your messages. And Pentacles are usually good news for more regarding money, worldly things, or even ambition. So pay attention. You might be getting some good news. The Pages also can represent children. If you have children in your life, Pentacles are earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This can stand for someone that is older, but maybe they're a little less mature than you are, or in fact, that's what it kind of feels like. It kind of feels like if this represents a person to you, this does feel like they are a little less responsible than you thought they were, and that they need a little extra bit of your help, which I'm feeling you're not certain whether you want to give or not yet. That's kind of this guard here. But for the most part, this is about good news about money. But your money may be affected by someone that is immature or young as well. The culmination card, the ending card here is the Emperor. He is like the highest dude here. He's keeping things real. He's keeping things in integrity. The red is lighting up for me on his cloak. And when I ask Spirit what that means for you, sweet Cancer, that it does feel like some of your anger from the past, the way how things haven't worked out, is kind of melting away. You've looked at it honestly. You realize you're in the place that you are in now, or the positive places and the positive growths you've had is because of the journey you went through, either within your heart, within yourself, within your job. The Emperor here is a very exalted person, and it does feel like you may be gifting your wisdom to others. That also showed up here. So you may be doing a talk at work, you may be a mentor to someone, or maybe in a love relationship space where that person just needs a little extra of your advice. It could be a friendship too. But when the Emperor shows up, it's really kind of touting your wisdom and your contribution to others as a mentor. It also can show for someone that is your mentor as well. It is next to the World on one side and the Five of Pentacles on the other. And the Five of Pentacles is kind of like what I call the old, broken, alone card a little bit. It's kind of when you go into your fears a little bit, they're not really your reality, but it is the fear of what this could bring. So it does feel like it's a little bit of a false fear of going backwards a little bit. I don't feel that that is your reality, because the World is here moving you forward into your greatness, and the World basically is the end of a cycle, beginning of another. So you, the way you conducted yourself throughout the world may have changed. Your perspective may have changed. So with those changes and the releasing of anger, the releasing of the sadness over the past that you can do nothing about, will bring you to the World, will bring you, will kind of gift you the World. You will look at the world differently. You will connect differently. And you may already have begun that process, Cancer, of connecting with others a little differently than you have in the past. It does feel that you have put down your judgment around yourself and others, that you are releasing some anger that's kind of been in your space and not really helpful and conducive to your growth. But the World here is one of great hope. She's just, got the world at her feet and at her hands, and all this wonderful loving energy is coming in and out, and it's a wonderful place of abundance. It's a wonderful place of creation. So it does look like you may be creating anew. So for many of you, you might have gone through a really bad breakup and covered your heart for a long time and connected with someone that's bringing you great joy, or just been introduced to great joy. Those are the kind of examples of what is happening for you now, Cancer. So that's your general reading for the month of October. I am going to throw a couple of these karma cards, and they're one-word cards. So prayer. So time to put it out there in the world, and however that looks for you. I know prayer and growth. So it does look like you're in the middle of a huge growth period, that you've gotten through a lot of some of the sadnesses and disappointments from the past, and you're moving into a new cycle of growth and commitment, happiness. Prayer, this can, for those of you that walk in the atheist world, that just can be meditating, hugging a tree, whatever brings you joy, and whatever your connection greater than yourself is.